so excited to be here with you all. Okay, let me catch up. TJ, good morning. Brandy, good morning. Courtney, good morning. Michelle, good morning. Amazon Grand Rising. Sonia, good morning. Goddess Mo, Grand Rising. Thando, hello, good morning. Alicia, good morning. Hello, everyone. Kim, good morning. I am so happy you're here with us, especially for the last 2 days. Ginger, good morning. Poonam. Yes, we made it to day 27, the last day of this ritual. I know. We did it. I'm so proud of us. Oh my goodness. That reminds me. Um, just a little heads up, we'll be doing some mirror work today. So if you have a mirror, I want you to go and grab one, okay? A little mirror. You're gonna need one. If you don't have a mirror and you're able to use your phone, you can always do your phone like on selfie mode, okay? Um, okay. Here we go. Alexa, pause the music. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay. I have so many notes. Okay. Please remember too that there is no second session today. I think I have no idea what happened, but for whatever reason, at the second time, the second session, all of a sudden nothing seems to work. Like the Insight Timer app is like weird. I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on with the platform, so I'll just be releasing these untimed stamped so that anyone who wasn't able to join the earlier session can still check out what we did. And I'm going to have 2 sessions for the last day tomorrow in hopes that maybe the breather will give the platform some time to sort itself out. Okay? Hello, Rana! Hello, hello. Day 27 is here. I'm so excited. Okay. Deep breath. Deep breath. Because I'm like legitimately so excited. But I was also very sad earlier because I was like, so you're gonna see like my Gemini rising a lot today. You're gonna see me being like, and then me also be like, oh my god, we did it. So just bear with me, okay? I am processing day by day. I've literally told everyone in my family, and they're just kind of like, girl, okay, you tell us this every day. We know that it's ending. I'm like, but do you really understand what's happening? And they're just like, yes, because you tell us every day. Every day. So, you know. D, welcome. This is your first day. You're gonna have so much fun. It's the sweetest space to be in. It's a great place to just have a moment for yourself. Whether you're starting your day, it's the middle of the day, or the end of the day for you, you're gonna have a good time. Okay? You're gonna have a really good time. I'm going to have to close this other window in a second because Philadelphia is buzzing in the morning. But today is day 27 out of day 28 for Gratitude Galore. And today we are talking about the magic mirror. And I'm so excited because we're going to also be doing some mirror work. And hello, Pamela, how are you? And it's going to be absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Poonam. Yes, I'm getting my hair rebraided later today. So I'm looking forward to having this conversation with you all because mirror work changed my life. Okay, and I started doing mirror work. My mom started having me doing it like since I was a child, but like avidly around 13 is when she would like have me practice in the mirror and like be able to look at myself, being comfortable looking at my face. I had like a skincare ritual by that time. I'm a 4th generation beauty practitioner. So like beauty is a big deal in my lineage. It's something that the women have used to just help them feel more attached to their magic, which is, I actually had a download earlier today that I need to write down. Just 1 second. Okay. Okay, here we go. There we go. Perfect. Michelle, hi. Okay. So yes, so she would have me go to the mirror, recite affirmations, be comfortable looking at myself, not just my face, but like my entire body, like get comfortable with the fact that this is who you are and this is what you look like. And it was really helpful for me because it helped me to identify what I saw in the mirror. I was able to claim like influence over myself. of like I'm seeing myself. I'm noticing my eye shape, my eyebrows. When I say these words to myself, my face lights up, right? It gave me an opportunity to become very intimate with myself, and help to build up my self confidence. I also know that mirror work can be very challenging for a lot of people, people who are experiencing body dysmorphia, or just have a relationship with their body that they're working on healing. So I want you to do what feels best for you today. If it feels like it might be a little overwhelming and too much to do, then do not worry about doing the magic mirror portion of it. We'll still be doing a meditation and the EFT and things like that. We just have this incorporated because mirrors are portals, right? So depending on your practice, we use mirror work to help us transcend the 3D space in which we're in, right? So like in my family, it's really big that we cleanse our mirrors. So not just cleaning them to keep them clear, because that's important, because you want to have a clear vision of who you are. And I mean that like metaphysically, right? Metaphorically, and physically. You want to have a clear practice, right? No worries, Michelle. I promise. I'm holding your hand, okay? That we also sage our mirrors because they are portals. There's energy in them. I also like there's certain things that we don't do. So we don't have beds, we don't have mirrors facing our beds and things like that. There's all these different ritualistic parts to what I grew up on. However, it's really important to be able to find some type of relief and peace in being able to witness yourself, right? Because if you're having a hard time witnessing yourself in the mirror, right, it means that you have a hard time being witnessed in the world. Because if you aren't able to see the beauty, the magic, the flaws within you and be at peace with it, then it's almost like setting a precedent for others to treat you in the exact same manner, right? Because how we treat ourselves is ultimately how other people will begin to treat us. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's so funny. My mom is a very she's a Christian based woman, but like she's also like super, I don't think she realizes how a lot of her things are like hoodoo based practices. You know, I try to bring it up to here and there. I just, I pick my battles with that lady. But it's like a lot. And then when I hear my great grandmother was native to this land. Um, my great great grandmother was native to this land.
This is a reminder.
It's already 7:30.
To ask for love donations from meditators.
Alexa, stop. Um, please, if you just didn't fill out the survey, please fill out the survey. I appreciate it so much. That's my main concern today. But yes, so my great great grandmother was native to the land in Alabama, and she ended up marrying an Irish immigrant who came over because of the potato famine that had happened during that time frame. They got together. They had my great grandmother. She did a lot of different practices based off of her mother's culture, as well as her father's culture. At some point in time, I really don't know. I just know a lot about the women in my family. I don't necessarily know much about the men on my mother's side. My great grandmother was born. Her name is Ida, and Ida stands for divine beauty, feminine divine beauty. That's the name for it. In the South, they say Ida, but it's Ida, and that's part of my full name. I'm named after my grandparents. Um, so being able to kind of see it, my grandmother had a deep ritual on Sundays where she would reset her entire beauty. My mom would tell me, and she would like take honey and milk baths and all these things. And I guess seeing her grandmother do it and her mother do it is why she instilled these things in me. But I don't know if she fully understands the magic woven into the practices of doing that. You know, like I don't know if she knows. I feel like she knows subconsciously, but I don't know if she knows consciously. Like these are practices. This is ritualistic. But mirror work was a big part of it. So growing up in my house, there were mirrors everywhere. So it actually stressed me out because it felt like I could never like not see myself, if that makes sense. Like there would be times where like, I'm in a mood or I'm just like I don't want to see anything and like I'll cover up the mirrors. My mom will come in and be like, absolutely not. You witness yourself at all phases of who you are. And I'm just like, girl, I'm just not having a good day. I still need to see that I'm not having a good day. But I will say that being able to have that practice helped me to feel confident enough to like the days that I'm not feeling great or I'm not having a good day, I'm still willing to face the day. And I do believe that the mirror work in which she instilled in me as a child and as I got older and I continued to just do it out of habit at that point, out of ritual, um, helps me to feel really confident in my body, to feel really safe in myself, and also to be a safe space for others because I fully witness myself to the best of my ability, of course, you know? And I feel like because I'm able to do that, I'm able to also just witness other people and see the beauty that's within them, the beauty in how they move and who they are, how they process the world. I feel like I always am able to find and attract people who show up in that way. And it's always so nice. It's always just such a beautiful experience. So I want to share some of that with you today. I won't go in depth, I promise, because I know some of us are uncomfortable. But I would love for you that if you feel safe enough to at least explore the idea and option of channeling into mirror work, I do believe it'll be really, really helpful for you on your journey. And this is definitely a part of like the self-love journey, the self-care journey, the self-worth journey, the self-trust has a lot to do with mirror work as well, because it has you facing yourself each time, facing yourself to love yourself, facing yourself to care for yourself, facing yourself to understand your worth, and facing yourself to be able to trust yourself, because if you don't witness yourself, it's hard for you to trust yourself. Okay. All right, let me just read the comments really quickly. Michelle, I promise I'm going to be holding your hand, okay? Wow, I love that you were raised with all this, those healthy practices. Yeah, me too. It was a very interesting childhood because I had that, and then I also had like a lot of trauma at the same time. But I do believe that's like what my soul picked for me to remember who I was, and why I was here. Right? Remove mirrors from all over her bed. Michelle. Michelle. Oh my goodness. It's so funny because I realized in the recordings people can't see the comments, so I try my best to read them out loud. But there are just gonna be so many times where I'm just laughing and we're just like having a moment. I just hope you guys are able to catch on in the replays. Um, yes, profound. Yes, is so much sense. Yes, Nina, thank you. Right? Got us both laughing too. Michelle, you're funny and I love this. Okay, I'm so excited to explore this. I need it. Yes, Ginger. I want to get to that point in my life. I know it will be worth the discomfort. It really will be worth the discomfort. It really will be. Like, it's so worth the discomfort. Like, the level of peace I have. Also, the amount of peace that the world gives me. I don't often meet people who, um, where I feel unsafe, you know? But I do feel like that's because I also feel safe in myself and in my energy. You know what I mean? Like, again, when you bear witness to yourself through documentation, through mirror work, there's so many different ways to do this too, right? But like when you are able to fully see yourself, it just changes everything. There's actually like a mirror, and I don't know what it's called. Maybe someone else has heard about it too. But there's a mirror that shows you how other people see you, because how we see ourselves is not how other people see us at all. Like how I see myself in this camera is not how you guys see me. We're actually perceived as even more beautiful, even more attractive to other people's eyes than we are to our own eye, which is like mind blowing. So apparently there's like this mirror out here, where you can go and see how people actually see you. And it was like a huge TikTok trend. And when people would see how other people saw them, they would instantly burst into tears because they did not realize just how beautiful they were. Because when we're looking at each other, like when I'm looking at myself, I actually can't see the soul in my eyes. It's just not something that my body can process. But you guys can see it, right? So like when you guys are saying things about like my aura or things like that, I know you're seeing me for me. It makes it a lot easier to accept compliments that way too, because I understand like, oh, you're seeing all of me in a way that I don't have the tools to see yet. And it's just so, I don't know, something about that is so mind-blowing to me. And I'm looking forward to finding that mirror. I don't know, like it travels around or whatever, but I would love to see myself in that way. I do feel like um being able to see yourself how people see you could possibly help when it comes to things like body dysmorphia, for sure, because you're able to witness the fullness of your beauty by seeing the light in your eyes that many of us aren't able to see through the mirror, through our own reflections, because our reflections are backwards. Let me know if that makes sense. That was kind of like a little science side Kanye rant, but so cool that we don't fully see um, how beautiful we are to other people. That's like when I walk outside and see someone that's beautiful, like I'm literally like my breath is taken away because I'm just like, wow. And I realized that people kind of tend to get startled of like, oh girl, like thank you for the compliment, but like that was like really intense. But I'm like, I don't know if you really see that you're glowing, right? Do you see the light in your eyes? Like this is you're a really beautiful person. And to be able to also give those type of compliments helps in that healing of how you see yourself as well. Because if you're able to give compliments that are not self-deprecating either, okay? When I compliment somebody, it's not at the expense of myself. If I'm saying, Pamela, you're beautiful, I'm saying, Pamela, you're beautiful. I'm not saying, Pamela, you're beautiful, I wish I looked more like you. Because that's self-defecating. That's me still harming myself. That's an act of self-harm. I don't know why people think that like it's endearing, but it's an act of self-harm to um, belittle yourself at the expense of making someone else feel better. If you're doing that in compliments, imagine what you're doing that in life, right? Okay. I know, Courtney, same. I'm gonna miss these mornings too. Yes, I'm. It's actually a little scary. Do not worry, TJ. How I see myself is definitely not how others see me. This dysmorphia, body dysmorphia. Yeah, 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 yeah. I was like kind of thrown into the deep end when it came to body dysmorphia. Like growing up in like modeling and stuff like that, you hear horrible things about yourself all the time. It's funny now in hindsight, but it's actually like really traumatic. But you know, you hear horrible things about yourself, like just things that stay with you. But it also developed me to have a strong sense of self and to realize like beauty's objective, and what people may not find attractive in me does not mean that I'm not an attractive person or that I'm not a beautiful person. It could also be to people's beliefs and conditionings as to why someone would think that I am attractive and why I'm not attractive, right? So like kind of keeping these things in mind help too, because beauty beauty in society standards is super warped and very like whitewashed and very like there's certain phenotypes that are more prominent, like for me as a black person, like having a wider nose is like a huge thing. Like in modeling they tend to contour the nose to make it look more European, like so that it looks slimmer. But I would always take off I'm like, you hired me because of the way that I look, like my nose is wide. It comes with the territory of being, who I am, and being able to accept these things. But being told that these things are ugly, right? It's not like I haven't been told that before. It's just that I just refuse refuse to like really take that on, because when I look at myself, I see my lineage. When I look in the mirror, I'm not just witnessing Lotus. I'm witnessing my mother. I look like my mom. I look like my grandmother. There are certain attributes that look like my great grandmother. Like that's also what I'm seeing when I look in the mirror. It's not just me, right? There's also, and I can't remember what culture this is from. If you know it, please tell me. But essentially, you are born with the face of the person in your past life that you love the most, if I'm not mistaken. So then, even having that kind of insight and information is just kind of like, wow, they actually represent this really beautifully in the TV show Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you notice, all of the avatars, um, their faces are of the ones that they were in love with in their previous life. So even like for the spinoff for Korra, I know it sounds very random, but for Korra, she looks like Avatar Aang's wife Katara, who we saw in the first series. But anyway, that's not the point. But essentially, when you have all this information, you start to realize like, oh, there's a lot of depth and beauty and wonder in me being able to explore myself and being able to see, my mother's eyes when I look at myself, right? Or my mother has a lot of beauty marks, and when I was younger, I wanted them so badly. Like I would be stressed out over it. And now to see them coming into like my face, and I notice them every day, I'm like, oh my God, I have more. Like it just feels like this connection to my lineage. And I look at myself through the mirror more through that lens than I do through society's lens of like, am I thin enough, or, is my complexion too dark, or I don't, because that doesn't make me feel good, to be quite honest. And I don't know how to navigate that because it doesn't make any sense. But like being able to see my ancestry through how I look, that makes sense to me. Okay. That is cool. I would love to see that mirror. Right, me too. Like I hear about it all the time. It's like, where are you? It's like a person that travels with it. It's like so cool. It's really one of my highlights that I really want to do. Nina, now that you spoke to it, I've been doing mirror work young. Yes, Nina, looking at my face, looking at face to ground, grateful for my body, and reminder that It's this being I have to love the most. Yes, you bring things to light that allow so much reflection. Thank you, beauty. You're so welcome, Nina. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, Ginger. Yes, it's crazy but cool at the same time. That is cool. I've listed that mirror. Are the replays on IT and on the platform? Unfortunately, IT does not have the option for me to leave my replays on here just yet. Hopefully, it changes. But they're going to be on YouTube. And I'm going to timestamp them and things like that so that you guys will have it. So if you notice that it's getting updated when I drop the videos, just know that I'm timestamping them. Yes. Okay. It makes me think of that one scene in the movie The Shack where the dad is shown how humans are seen by God. It made me cry. Oh, that sounds beautiful. Can you imagine, like, in the eye of your creator, whoever you believe in, whoever you call on to in your time of need, just how absolutely beautiful you are? Because I think about, like, how parents view their children, right? Like, when you first lay eyes on your child, it's just like I made this. This is, it can be a very jarring experience. And then as they, begin to develop and, fill out and things like that, you notice bits and pieces of yourself in them. I just find it to be very fascinating. Like sometimes when I see my niece, like, or she'll notice things, she'll be like, "Oh, we have the same type of eyes," and I'm like, "We do have the same eyes." Like, it's just it's a beautiful way to remember that you are connected to so many amazing things in life, to so many loved ones. When you're able to witness your face, when you're able to witness your body, like it's there's so much beauty in it. There's so much emotion in it. Also too, as you're witnessing yourself, you may also be witnessing like things that have been passed down generation to generation. There might be things that you see about yourself that you don't enjoy because your parents didn't enjoy about themselves and their parents didn't enjoy about themselves, and it lives within your DNA, right? Like there's just so much to our biology. I could talk about it all the time. Okay, let me focus. I'm back. I'm back. Let me focus. I can feel it sometimes when people say they see it. I always point out the beauty I see in people when I'm out and about. Same, Goddess Mo. Same. I try to do that too, Mo. Sometimes people are so surprised. People have said my comment has made their day. Yes. Love hearing that simple thing. I try to comment on people's energy rather than their aesthetic. Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, when I'm telling someone that they're beautiful, I genuinely mean like when I'm looking at you, everything that you are, I'm seeing is like it's beautiful. Like there's a light, there's a warmth to you. As opposed to saying like, oh, you have really nice eyes. It's like, honestly, pretty much everybody has nice eyes. Like I don't know, it's just commenting on features is a little different, as opposed to commenting on the person and their energy. So I agree. I agree. Yes, Michelle, I comment on both, especially aesthetics of women because they tend to be so harsh themselves. Yes, that is very, very true. With younger women, I always go out of my way to go and compliment them. Women in general, right? Because, sometimes men tend to not understand how compliments work. And it becomes a whole thing that I'm not trying to engage with all the time. But when it comes to like younger women too, especially if like, I remember one time I was in Barnes and Noble reading a book, and this girl and her mom like found me, and she was like maybe 10 or 11. She was like, "I just want to tell you that you're really pretty." I started to cry. I'm like, "Oh God, now you're traumatizing this girl. She just really wanted to give you a compliment." And I was like, "I think that is so kind." And so she's like, "Yeah, we saw you when you came in. I asked my mom if it was okay for me to find you and tell you, but you're really pretty." And I'm like, "You're really pretty." And she's like, "Thank you." And I'm just like, "No, you are." For you to have that type of bravery and courage to like want to come, like this desire to come and make sure that I knew that you felt that I was like there was something so just beautiful about. I still remember that happened years ago, and I still remember that because it's just so sweet. It was such a sweet gesture to do something like that. So yeah, like if you can compliment more, it does build up your self-esteem as well, because you begin to, again, like what your energy focuses on, you receive more of, right? It's still activating that law of attraction. So the more that you identify beauty in your life, the more that beauty is given to you to identify, especially because it makes you feel so good, right? When you see someone, hopefully, when you see someone that is beautiful, that it makes you feel good. It warms your heart or your spirit. Hopefully, it doesn't inspire, an energy of competition or jealousy. Because honestly, if you're witnessing someone else's beauty, it's because you understand what beauty looks like, not based off of societal conditioning, but simply based off of what you what you inherently know is beautiful, because you are also beautiful. Whether anyone has told you that or not is irrelevant to the fact that it's true. Okay? Um, I was told that I would be more hireable if I lost 20 pounds, and I was naturally small to begin with. Tanya, the things people say, I was a size 0 modeling, and this man told me that I was overweight. And I ended up, I was a lot more feisty when I was younger. I ended up saying something about him and how he looked, and he did not take it very well. And I ended up losing my modeling contract. But I was at peace with it, because I was just like, sir, what a wild statement for you to make. And I had already been getting upset because he was telling all these other girls like, oh, and your hips are too wide, and why is your mouth like that? Like, just really, you know, peeling people apart in ways that was like completely unnecessary. By the time he got to me, I was like, yeah, I'm not here for that, buddy. I'm here to put on clothes, right? And now you're trying to make me feel bad, and I don't want to feel bad about myself. So I'm gonna make you feel bad about yourself. And then my modeling agency was like, yeah, we just can't, girl. You're doing too much, which was fine. It was worth it. I was okay with the consequence. But yeah, hearing things like that is just like such a wild concept of like, what are you talking about? What does my weight have to do with me being hired for a skill set? Even in modeling, like, what does that have to do with anything right now? It's such a weird thing. I decided to get tasked and gave the finger to industry. Same here, Tanya. All of my wonderful tattoos that people be so stressed out about. My mom was so stressed out when I got tattoos. I'm like, you'll be fine. I have no idea if this is true, and I haven't tried it, but I heard if you place two mirrors together at the right angle, it will show the reflection in which how others see you. Kim, I think this is what the mirror is that I'm talking about. Like, because when you see it, it is like this. So, like, it's like this. And these two are mirrors. And I don't know, like, there's a certain point. This is accurate. I just don't know what the mirror is called. Like, they have a mirror that you can either buy, or there's like a person or a company that travels around so you can have the experience. And when they were in New York City, I was in Maryland. I was so mad. But people see themselves for the first time. They get to see the soul in their eyes when you're at that angle. And there's just something magical about that. Okay, let me check. Can I do this practice in the morning for my bathroom mirror? Does it have to be handheld? Yeah, you could totally do it in your bathroom mirror. Whatever mirror you have. I just have a portable one because bringing my mirror with me just didn't feel like, the most sense made. But yeah, I have a portal, and I carry this with me all the time. It's also part of like my beauty rituals, right? So I bless this mirror so that I can see my true self. You can also bless your mirrors too to help you see your true self. Sometimes we don't do that. And sometimes we're seeing images of people who were there before us. That's part of that portal piece of it being a portal, of it being energetic, of you being able to move between worlds and things like that. For those that are into the more mysticism of mirror work, there's a lot there to explore. Oh, Ginger, I was literally just talking about that. That's so funny. That was the next comment. Inspired by that string, Tanya. Agreed. I'm working on healing the harm I've caused my body. I love that, Michelle. Thank goodness I had good foundation to take it personally. I definitely took it personally, Tanya. That's also why I lost my contract. I did take it personally. Like, you're not about to talk about me and my lineage. That's what you're not about to do. You're not about to talk about my ancestors. No. So yeah, I did. I personally took it. I took it personally. But I've healed. I've grown. I'm at peace now. The industry is better than 30 years ago. It's so much better, Tanya. Like, it's crazy how much more better it is. Like, I love that these women, that these bodies get to come in here and just be who they are and be seen for it. Gosh, like, I'm so happy that they get to have that experience, because it was horrible when I was younger. I love being on the door of our drag event. So many of our patrons have been through so much trauma. When I get to greet them with a smile and a compliment and welcome them to the space, it grows my heart. Michelle, that's literally so beautiful. And that's also mirror work. That's also you mirroring what you see. Mirror work is not just the physical mirror, right? It's the act of, I don't want to say imitating, but the act of reflecting what you see, right? So you're reflecting whatever it is that you witness, not only within them, but also within yourself. It's a communication between energy, right? It's like a 3D mirror versus 2D. Yes, Ginger, yes. I'm gonna look into it, y'all, because I really want to find the correct name of it, and I don't know why I wasn't able to find it. Yeah, Michelle, like literally, if you're able to do things like this, I don't think you really understand just how absolutely incredible of a person you are, because you're also providing them a mirror in which they can see you and see themselves. You know, they see your kindness, they see your joy, your wonder, all the wonderful things that you've done to help them feel safe in their bodies and safe in exploring who they are and their creativity. It's because it exists within you, right? I can't give you what I don't have. So if I'm giving you a compliment, if I'm telling you that you're beautiful, it's also because whether I want to constantly be aware of it or not, I too feel beautiful. That's why I can identify it, right? But yes, this is amazing. I think it's called True Mirror. Sia, why does that sound correct? I'm gonna just say that that's right. I think it's called the True Mirror too, or Real Mirror. Something. I think it's called True Mirror. I feel like you have it on the head with that. Kim reminded that the industry is better because people like you stood up for and didn't tolerate the unacceptable. I would like to think so. I would like to think so. I would like to think that I added something there. I definitely know that those girls in the room with me felt uh, comfortable, and me kind of having that back talk to that man kind of woke them up to being like, yeah, why am I allowing this man to make me like literally hate myself? Like, who is he? What authority does he have over my experience other than me being casted in this job today? Outside of this one little job, that man really has no say so over how I look. Why would I internalize that? Right? Little says a 71-year-old queen. Amazon, I love you. I want to tell you that you're a blessing. Thank you so much. You know who you are, and that's what makes you gorgeous. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's so important for all of us to be seen. It is. There is something transformative that happens when you realize that you are also witnessed in your experience, in your journey. But I also realize too that there's a harmony there. So as much as you need to be seen by others, you also need to be seen by yourself. That's how you keep harmony. That's how you don't, it's not too overwhelming, um, or the outside world doesn't have too much influence that can cause you harm, because you are also seeing and witnessing yourself. So it gives you that healthy dynamic. You begin to understand, like, as I see myself as a beautiful being, you know, as someone who expresses beauty, God's, you know, expression of love, being someone who embodies that energy means that I'll be able to see in other people. And it's vice versa. It's an energy exchange that we get to lean into, right? Faith, how are you? It's called True Mirror. Thank you. Thank you. We have confirmation. Yes, that is something that I'm really into. I really want to find the True Mirror and look at it because it's so exciting. But some people do freak out about it because they don't. A lot of people end up saying like, "I was not expecting to see myself in that way," and it's almost as soon as you see yourself the way that you've been seeing, you can't unsee it anymore. So like how I would see myself now after being in the mirror would be completely different for me. Um, I don't know. All these things just make me think like how magical the world is. Like, there's magic in everything. You know, there's magic in beauty practitionership, or you know, when we are studying it, we talk about like shape shifting and things like that. And these are things that you think of uh like in a superhero context of like now I'm into like I change into like a bird or a different person. But like shapeshifting is like the act of putting on makeup, or like remembering that your body is clay and you can shape and form however you choose to. Like there's a lot of magic within everything that we do, especially when it comes to beauty. I feel like beauty is one of those last things in the world that like really shows you how transformative we are as beings, how we can literally paint ourselves into a different person. um, it's so fascinating. Yeah. Okay, there we go. As I mature, when I look in the mirror, I see my mother. Faith, yes, I was just talking about that. I see my mom all the time when I look in the mirror, all the time. And I genuinely, with all of my heart, believe that that is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. Like, my mom, every single time, literally since I was young, I've been infatuated. I love the way that my mother, like, she's just a very beautiful person to me. Um, And when I get to see little aspects of her in the mirror when I look at myself, it's just nice to know that I get to like carry her energy and her beauty with me. You know, I see a lot of my grandmother too. Like it's nice, especially because outside of my mom, most of my lineage has transitioned. So it's nice to be able to see these attributes that live in my physical body, that connect me to their spirit, you know? So yes, okay. This neither there. Okay, so I'm gonna read a little passage from there so we can get started. Uh, so the quote that she has is, "The appearance of things change according to the emotions, and thus we see magic and beauty in them, while the magic and beauty are really in ourselves." You can spend the rest of your life running around trying to beat the outside world into the shape you want, chasing one problem after another, trying to fix them, complaining about situations or other people, and never succeed in living your life to the fullest and realizing all of your dreams. But when you make the magic of gratitude your way of life, everything in the world around you magically changes, just like that. Your world magically changes because you changed. So what you are attracting changes too. Okay? Change a person in the mirror and you will change the world. So she also prefaces that you did 26 magical practices at this point, so you have changed. You should see yourself as a more beautiful and softer person. Um, I want to get to the point here. So you have practiced the magical power of gratitude for your family and friends, for your work, money, and health, for your dreams, and even for people you come across each day. But the person who deserves the gratitude more than anyone else is you. When you're grateful to be the person in the mirror, feelings of dissatisfaction, discontentment, disappointment, and I'm not good enough completely disappear. And with them, every dissatisfying, discontenting, and disappointing circumstance in your life magically disappears too. Negative feelings about yourself cause the greatest damage to your life because they are more powerful than any feeling you have about anything or anyone else. Whenever you go and whatever you do, you take those negative feelings with you in every moment, and those feelings taint everything you touch. And they act as a magnet, attracting more dissatisfaction, discontentment, and disappointment with everything you do. When you are grateful to be you, you will only attract circumstances that make you feel even better about yourself. I can confirm this. This is very true. You have to be rich with good feelings about yourself to bring the riches of life to you. Gratitude for yourself enriches you. Okay? So we'll be doing that magic practice today for those that want to participate. Okay? But yes, I just want to read that because again, as we pour into ourselves, we really are. The more that we do our inner work, when we do our inner exploration, because I don't really love the word work, when we get to explore more of who we are internally, witnessing how infinite, how vast, how ancient we are, how much wisdom lives within us, how much beauty lives within us, how much brilliancy lives within us. When we really see that inwardly, right, with our mind's eye, when we open our eyes, we'll be able to see it in the outside world. A lot of times we are taught that it's the reverse. And that's the best way that I could put it is that it's super dangerous to look on the outside world to figure out what's happening inwardly, right? In human design, there is a energy type called reflectors, and they're called reflectors because all of their energy centers are open, right? And a lot of people who are reflectors tend to have identity issues. They tend to have a really hard time figuring out who they are because there's nothing centered, there's nothing fixed in their energy, right? And they go throughout life looking at the world and filtering it in and feeling bad about themselves because a lot of things in the world are they're chaotic, right? There's ugliness in the world too. And then they interpret that and bring it into their energy field, and that's how they feel about themselves, right? And they feel lost. However, the truth is, from my studies of human design, you have these open centers and they're called God portals. We all have open centers, by the way. Not everyone has closed centers. This is just a side note. But for reflectors, being that all their centers are open, they have God portals. And essentially, instead of it being the outside filtering in, you're supposed to be taking in the divinity, source, love, tuning inward, translating that out into your community, and reflecting God's source love to your community. That is the purpose of a reflector. That's the purpose of open centers in our energy system, to reflect God, to reflect source out into the world, to help beautify it. That's why we have these open centers. And it's so wild because it is the same understanding, the same concept, but two different perspectives. And one empowers the person and empowers their community, and the other one destroys it unnecessarily. Because there is a space and time for destruction, but that's not it. It's not in how you feel about yourself, right? Yes, the undefined centers, they're considered God portals. It's for you to process source and reflect it out to your community, not the other way around. And every time I work with a reflector and I tell them that, their entire life switches in that moment. all of the things that they were searching for, looking for, how do I find myself in others, they realized I was never supposed to. Others are supposed to find themselves within me because I'm reflecting source. It's such a beautiful, I'm telling you. Oh, I could talk about these things for days. It's just so, all of the clues, all the information left for us to explore so we can witness more of who we are. That's all this is. It's all information. I tell myself this as often as possible, especially when I get overwhelmed. Like, this is just information. Okay, you had a crappy day or you had a crappy moment. It's just information. Do not tie on a deep emotion to this thing, especially because you know you don't like it. Because now you've tied your emotion to it. Now you're dragging it along with you. Now it's affecting how you see the world and how you see yourself. It's decreasing your level of gratitude. It's decreasing your level of magnetism to attract what you actually want. And instead, you're attracting things that you do not want to experience at all. It's information. It's contrast. It's an opportunity for me to clarify. When we can really lean into that knowingness, when we can let that be our autopilot, it will give us so much freedom, so much liberation. Like, it fascinates me how much I do not care and how much I do care. I care about the things that I feel that matter, right? I care for people and their well-being, but I don't necessarily care for people and their opinions. I could care less about how your opinions are about me, mean nothing to me, right? But you being well, you feeling safe, I do deeply care about that. And that duality exists within all of us. That's what allows me to have a full experience. So I often find myself being like, oh, I don't care about that. And people are like, oh, what? I'm like, no, I don't. But like, how are you? How's your heart? I care about your heart. How's your heart doing? Is your mind quiet? Do you feel relaxed today? I care about those things. But how someone feels about me, especially when it's not uplifting, I could care. It's like talking to a brick wall. It would literally do nothing for either of us. I don't understand why you express it. And I think and I feel and I know that because I have that level of um, understanding, I guess is the word for it, I don't experience it as much. I don't experience a lot of people saying like mean things or things like that. And it's not because of my physicality. It's also because I just do not have the ability to process it in my head. Because it's not like things are not being said, but they just kind of go over my head. Where I'm just kind of like, oh, was I supposed to be upset about that? It's not important to me. So that's why I wasn't upset. But okay, someone has to go out of their way to like make it known. Then I just feel more for them of like, wow, you went out of your way to try to make me feel bad. What's going on? How are you feeling today? Did anybody give you a hug? Because what would naturally possess you to want to go out of your way to be mean to somebody? Like, you're going through something, and I hate that for you. Like, that's just kind of as far as it goes. It doesn't go to like, why would they feel that way about, like, I don't care. I'm good. I know how my God feels about me. I know how my ancestors feel about me, how my mother, despite our own tumultuous relationship, how she feels about me. The people that are of quality to me in my life, what I've deemed of quality is different for other people. My sisters, how they feel about me. My girlfriends, how they feel about me. Even my community, how y'all feel about me. That is enough for me to feel satiated. So if I go outside and someone comes up to me and randomly was like, oh, I think you're unattractive or you're so ugly, I'm just like, okay. I don't know what you're going to do about that. Was I supposed to cry? I'm trying to figure out what response you need from me for you to feel validated by your actions here. Because you're looking for validation. But you can't validate me by diminishing me, right? You get to a space where like it's really hard for me to be offended. It's really hard. Like you have to, I don't even know what it is that you have to say for me to be offended. It takes a lot. But I'm also really at peace with myself. So I don't get offended as often. It doesn't mean there's not things in the world that upset me or enrage me, because there are. I just simply know that there's certain things that I can give my energy toward and there's certain things that I cannot. Let me check the comments. Make sure you guys are good. Yes, thank you for reinforcing our beauty mirror in a world of selfie syndrome and filtering. Yes, so true. So true. Everyone says my energy is beautiful. TJ, yes, I could say that. Like 100%. Every time you show up in this space, it just feels softer. I 100% agree with that statement. TJ can confirm. See, wow. The next comment. Your energy is beautiful. I light up when I see you in the live each morning. Yes. You know who else has really beautiful energy? Honestly, a lot of you guys do. And I've noticed it a lot too. When Vita comes on lives, the whole room seems to light up. Even though I can't see your faces, it always just seems to come alive, right? When Amazon comes alive, Michelle, it comes alive, like Ginger comes alive. And it could be because we know each other, right? Because we've been doing this for weeks now, coming together in communion. But like, it comes up. When I see your names, I feel your energy. That's why I'm always like, hi, Pamela, or hi, Faith. Like, it's not me just being like, oh, make sure they feel happy today. No, like, I genuinely feel like your energy come through, even though I'm just witnessing your name, but I can feel it, right? When we get tapped in, we get tuned in like that. It's just so many amazing ways to feel beauty. Like, oh my gosh, I can talk about it for days. One of my goals is I didn't finish my bachelor's degree. I only got my associates, so I consider myself a college dropout. But I do want to create a thesis on beauty. That's something I've been working on for a few years, creating my thesis around beauty, because I feel like people, they really understood what beauty was, the world would just be even more top tier. So yes, okay. That was me ranting. Yes, I love the way of seeing open centers undefined. Let God define it. Exactly, Ginger. D, hearing myself in the reflector idea. Not familiar with human design yet. D, look into it. Human design is awesome. If you feel you're a little overwhelmed because there's a lot of information in human design, let me know. DM me. Nikki, oh, thank you for that. I don't feel lost, but I've been told I should be. Thank you. Yeah, no, like, no. I mean, sometimes do we need to lose our minds? I'm learning that yes, because sometimes what your mind is not beneficial to you and you should lose it and find a new one. Um, but other than that, no. Lois, what is a good human design resource? There's so much out. There's so much out there, Nadia. I actually have a group on Geneva that has like tons of information on it, but I'm currently locked out of my Geneva. So Nadia, if you could like DM me about human design, um, hopefully I can find it and I can send it to you, because it's like I created a whole entire, it's a free space, but it just tells you a whole bunch of information about human design that I've found to be very helpful. These are things that I use to research. Okay, Nikki, I just had that life transformation. I'm literally crying right now. Nikki. Okay. Kim, love that reframe because I'm very open, undefined, and often absorb from those around me, but never thought of it as also being able to absorb more from source. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because if you're absorbing from source first, you can't really absorb anything other than source from others. It's almost like a filtering act. So I won't take on your BS and stuff like that because I'm already filled with God. I can only really accept more of God. I can only really accept more of the divine. That's how I interpret reflectors. I think they're fascinating. Oh my goodness. Okay. Um, Making sure I could touch on everyone. Okay, Watts philosophy. We are source out and about to observe its own existence, including us. Yes, Jen, I agree. That is so healthy to think like that. It's helpful. It definitely is. What other people think about me is none of my business. Is one of my new mantras. It really is none of my business. It does nothing for me. It does nothing for me. I really can't do anything with it. Michelle, this is a conversation I wish I hadn't been late for, overslept today. Michelle, you are right on time. I promise you. Yes, Michelle, I said that too. I also say when someone thinks or says something about me, tell me more about them than it does about me all the time. Like when we have conversations and people just like, the energy is beautiful, or you just hear the passion in how they speak, I'm just like, oh, wow, what a beautiful human being. And I'm enthralled. I'm there for as long as you'll have me. Like, tell me everything. What are you passionate about? I want to know all the things. And that's why I also enjoy intense people, because they're very passionate and you just get to see that beauty in them. Yeah, okay. There we go. What a beautiful way to show up in the world. Yes, yes. Irrelevant. Yeah, like it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. This is about you are living your life for you. So when you're showing up in spaces, all you can see is the negativity. You just see the glass is half empty. I actually feel for you, because it's not fun. It's not fun. It's not fun feeling unsafe in the world. It's not fun feeling like people are not witnessing you. It's not fun feeling like you're never going to live up to your fullest potential. None of that is enjoyable. None of that is enjoyable. It's heartbreaking. It's heart wrenching. Like, and then for you to know it personally, to have had that experience before, and then to want to give that to other people, I just feel really, I feel for you. It's like, damn, how did you get here? How did you get to this space? Like, how did you get here? I don't know. Something about that just makes me feel not necessarily pity, but I just really hope that they soften up a bit. That someone comes around and tells them that they're beautiful, or gives them whatever it is that they need for confirmation to be a little softer, be a little kinder. You know? I know we're often told to toughen up in this world, but I really feel like we should soften. I really do. I really do. Kim loved that too, taking copious notes this morning. Yay! You're sensitive yet not affected by other people. Yeah, I'm super sensitive, Ginger. Like I'm a very and I tell people this all the time. Like, I'm super sensitive. I will probably cry. And what about it? And if I cry, I cry. We're gonna be okay. I'm not harming anybody. Like, yeah, I'm very sensitive. I feel people's energies. I know when I should communicate and when I should be quiet and observe. You know, these are all these things that come with just like living life. But I don't hold people like, I don't hold malice towards people. It just seems like a lot of unnecessary work. It could also be because I don't really enjoy working hard either. And I feel like being negative in the world, you gotta work hard to do that. You gotta really bust your behind to be in like those spaces that are gonna consistently reaffirm that negativity for you. And I'm just like, do I really want to work hard to do all of that? I barely want to work hard to do things that benefit me. Do I want to do it for the things that I know are going to be harmful for me and others, though? It's like, that's not my cup of tea. Do you ever do live Zoom so we can all? I am, yes. So I use a platform called Wearby, and I want to create something where we can do that. We can see each other's faces and communicate. That's something I've been working on. So thank you for that, Jen. Yes, because I love that we communicate. You know, like, this is great, but I would love to hear your voices, the different tonalities, the different accents from different places. Oh gosh. Oh, Jen, you got me. I'm over here just like, oh, I can't wait to have those experiences. Oh my goodness, it's a challenge in a practical life to not get affected by what others' opinions are. It can be a challenge, yes. I like to remind myself that I get to reframe how things are for me in the experience. It can be a challenge, 100%. 100%. I just choose that it's not a challenge. And that comes with practice. It's not a 1, 2, 3 thing. It's me having to practice it. And also being, when you ask for something in life, you tend to get the opposite of it. So you can practice having it. So when you want more peace in your life, you end up experiencing a wave of chaos. And you're like, what the hell is happening? I wanted peace. It's an opportunity for you to practice it. Because if you can have peace in chaos, you have peace everywhere. That's usually how the universe confirms things for us. That's how we get to integrate it so that it becomes on autopilot. So that way, wherever I am, even if it is chaotic, I'm at peace because that's what I asked for, as opposed to me saying the outward space should be at peace to honor me, right? Um, Look into a book, Atlas of Beauty. We have to write that down. Like, any beauty books, please. I have been reading so many Atlas of Beauty. So excited. Okay. Mary, how are you? It's so good seeing your name. D, you are so welcome. Greetings, Lotus and Tribe hair. I know. I'm getting it rebraided today. Just join. We're doing it right now. We just got to a really deep conversation about mirror work and beauty. And you guys are so kind and good to me because I'm like, I hope I'm not talking your ears off, but I really love this stuff. I love sharing information. I love sharing stories. I love holding space for y'all. Like, I really love this. I don't know how else to express it, but like, I love being in community with y'all. I talk about it all the time when we're not in community. This really is a fulfilling act for me. So I sometimes, like, you know, when you're in divine conversation, when two or more gather, God is here, you become a part of the divine mastermind, and then like time is irrelevant. Time no longer exists because you're communing with divine source through others, right? It's this beautiful concept. It's in the book Celestine Prophecy, by the way. Like, they talk about it too, having a conscious conversation where people are affirming and confirming and opening up new pathways through their own experiences, and you're witnessing how we're all woven together, this connectedness. It is such a fulfilling experience to have. Like, I love these moments. Love these moments. Okay. Whew. You and me both, Lotus. I'm so sensitive. Also, sometimes it's a good thing, but there are pros and cons. Yeah, there are pros and cons. Sometimes I wrap myself like, girl, Take a deep breath, detach from the situation. Nikki, thank you so much for the donation. Because it's just like, no. Like, I can't. I know myself enough to know that I'm super sensitive. I'm not going to go in spaces that are going to trigger me to a certain degree. I don't mind being triggered for the sake of learning, but to do it like in a almost in an act of self-harm or in a way of like self-neglect of like me going somewhere where I know that they avidly hate women or black people. Like I would never go to that space, right? To prove anything because it would harm me. Like I'm aware of that. That would be an act of self-neglect. There's not an opportunity for me to practice bravery and have tough skin, especially because that's not the goal of mine. I don't want to have tough skin. That's not a goal for me. I want to be in spaces where I feel soft and seen, and I want that to be of me so much that when I do happen to be in spaces that do not want to see me, I'll still remember the experience that I had and see myself, right? Yes, yes, yes. We are here for it. We love you. I love you guys so much. So much. Thanks for the catch up. I love your chat. Just wanted to know if I had missed it. No, so I'm sorry. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. I promise you're fine. I appreciate you reading all our comments out loud. It helps because I don't always watch the screen. Yes, I'm doing this for the replay too because I feel like people are going to be like, they're over here laughing. She's always laughing. She's always doing these finger snaps. She's making these hearts. Like, what's going on? So I'm trying to read it out loud so people can catch on. Mary, you're my favorite person on Insight Time. Oh, Mary, thank you. I'll never get tired of hearing your voice. Thank you. Vita, we were just talking about you and your beautiful energy. Clearly, we manifested you. Good morning, beautiful Lotus, and all back home from VA late last night. Wonderful time. Happy to be home. I'm happy you're home too. I'm happy you're safe. Yes. Yes. Thank you for operating from a place of selfless service to love and educate others. I'm so blessed to be part of your journey. Gloria, I'm blessed to have you part of my journey as well. This has been such a healing experience for me. I cannot tell you guys this enough. This experience definitely was something that was a self first experience of I need to complete these 28 days, but I know I can't do it without someone. And to be able to have someone's all over the world to connect with and do this for 28 days, I don't think I'll ever forget this experience. Like, so nice. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to totally be a ball of tears tomorrow. Watch. I know it. I'm going to be crying my eyes out. It's okay. I totally agree with Mary. You're awesome, Lotus. Thank you, Poonam. Thank you. If you listen to the replay. Yes, I'm gonna have the replay be live on YouTube so the second session can watch it. Good morning, tired, but you made it. Kelly. I'm always thinking of you. Always. Can't wait to meet you, Vita. Yes, I can't wait to meet Vita and you, TJ. Wait, Gloria, I saw you in the live last night. It was with Liv and the other Mary. Oh my gosh, look at us connecting. Okay, so we've talked enough about this. Let's get into the meditation, okay? Terry! Hi! How are you? Buenos dias. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me get it together, y'all. All right, I'm centered. We're doing a self-love meditation today. This is our first self-love meditation that we've done throughout the practice. What I'm realizing in reflection is that the last 7 days are all about the self, which I think is very cool. So we'll be doing that. We're doing a nice little mirror practice. So again, if you have a mirror that you can hold, or you have a phone that you have access to go on selfie mode, I want you to do that. If that feels like it might be overwhelming for you, you can do it visualizing it, closing your eyes, visualizing yourself in front of a mirror and saying these things. But those are our options, okay? So if you're like, I don't have a handheld mirror, I don't want to do this activity like that, then visualize yourself in the meditation. Just keep that in mind, because when I'm speaking in the meditation, I don't know if I'm going to be saying visualizing, but you can visualize yourself, okay? Oh my gosh, yeah, that's amazing. I love that. I love that. Yeah, I carry a little pocket one. So just for information to have, but like your left side of your body, not your brain, but the left side of your body signifies the feminine divine and the ability to receive, right? And then the right side is your masculine divine and the ability to give, right? So essentially what you're holding, whatever you're holding in your hand, either you're receiving it or you're giving it, right? It's usually the practice. Same thing when you're wearing crystals. If it's on your left hand, you're receiving this energy. If it's on your right hand, you want to give this energy, right? This is how the body communicates to other bodies, other energy systems. So when you're doing your mirror work and you have it in your left hand and you're talking to yourself, looking at yourself, viewing yourself in the mirror, you're receiving this information. right? So it's just something to keep in mind. Okay. All right, let me close this window because it's getting loud. I'll be back. Okay. Let's do it. First and foremost, please drink some water. Please and thank you. Because I have not drank any water yet, so I'm saying this for me. But you can join in. Okay, perfect. Let's do this meditation. It's so silent and beautiful. Wow. Okay. My mic is on. Let me know if you guys are ready to do the meditation. Okay. I'm just going to unplug Alexa because I don't know how long the meditation is going to be and I do not need to be panicking. Okay, let's do it. Hello, Michelle. You're right on time. We're about to do the meditation. Like you're perfect timing. Ready? Okay. Guided self-love visualization meditation. Find a quiet, comfortable space where you won't be disturbed for this practice. Sit or lie down in a relaxed position. And I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Begin witnessing your breath and how it moves through the body. Noticing that inhale as you breathe in, feeling the air come through the nostrils, filling up the lungs. And that exhale through the mouth, softening more, softening the shoulders. Leaning into this moment as we breathe in again, inhaling, breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Letting go of any tension in the body, allowing yourself to feel relaxed in this moment. Reminding yourself that you are safe to explore all the love that lives within you. And you're welcome to affirm, I am safe in this moment. I am safe in this moment. I am safe in this moment, in every moment. Today we will embark on a journey of gratitude and self-acceptance, transforming the way we see ourselves and the world around us. Continue to focus in on your breath. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest with each inhale and exhale. Feel the air nourishing every cell in your body, dissolving any stress as you exhale. Now imagine yourself standing in front of a beautiful full-length mirror. If you have a physical mirror, you can open it and reflect to yourself in this moment as well. Whichever feels best for you, whatever you have the capacity for. Trust in your intuition on this journey. This mirror is special. It reflects not just your physical appearance, but your true essence. Your inner beauty, and your unique qualities. Deep inhale, breathing in. Slow exhale, release, letting go. As you gaze into the mirror, see the person looking back at you. This is the person who has been with you through every single moment of your life. The person who has faced challenges, celebrated victories, who has grown wiser with each experience. Place one hand over your heart and say the magic words, thank you, to the person in the mirror. Mean it with all your heart. Say thank you for being you. Feel the sincerity of your words as they resonate with you. Thank you for being with me all this time. Thank you for showing up for me. Thank you for learning the lessons. Thank you for being brave. Continue looking into the mirror and express gratitude for everything that you are. Thank you for your strength, for your resilience, for your kindness. Thank you for your uniqueness and for the love that you give to yourself and to others. Deep inhale, breathing in, feeling the chest rise and fall as you have your hand over your heart. With each inhale, breathing in the energy of love, love for self, appreciation for self. And as you exhale, letting go of anything that conflicts with that truth. Making more space for you to be in love with you right now. Notice how any feelings of dissatisfaction, discontentment, or disappointment begin to dissolve as you feel the warmth of gratitude spreading throughout your body, filling you with love and acceptance. We're going to say some more affirmations to ourselves in the mirror. I would love for you to use your voice and repeat after me. I feel brave. I feel brave enough to witness the fullness of my beauty. I am beautiful. I am love embodied. I am love personified. I exist. And I exist beautifully. I am compassionate. I am super funny. I'm wildly creative. There's so much to love about me. When I look at myself, I see so much. I see a person who has lived life, who has loved and lost, but who is still here, who chooses to remain present, who shows up and loves on themselves in different ways, who honors the practice of living, of being, of growing. Someone who loves their flaws as much as they love their beauty. Someone who has released perfectionism and has embraced progress, practice, patience. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a blessing it is to be me, to be me here and now as I am, divinely designed. Deep inhale, breathing in. Slow exhale, release, feeling the heart and the body get warm as you affirm yourself in this experience. Imagine the gratitude you're expressing as a radiant light shining from within you. Feel the light start at your heart center, under the palm of your hand. With each inhale and exhale, feel the body get warmer as this light becomes brighter and brighter. And when you feel that warmth, bring your hand down and let the light shine out. Let it flood the body, filling it with gratitude, illuminating every corner of your being. Let this light transform and reimagine any negative feelings into positive ones, enriching your life with love and happiness. Deep inhale, breathing in. Slow exhale, releasing any tension in the body, any resistance that may come up. Nice deep and slow inhale. HA, exhale through the mouth, softening. Now visualize your world changing as a result of this newfound gratitude and self-love. See yourself attracting positive circumstances, happier people, and more magical opportunities. Feel the joy and the fulfillment that comes from being grateful for who you are, who you've always been, and who you will become. Knowing that love is with you because love is you. Loving yourself is a divine act. Deep inhale, breathing in. Slow exhale, releasing. Deep inhale, breathing in. Slow exhale, releasing. We're going to begin to bring this meditation to a close. See yourself in the mirror one last time. Bring a smile to your face. Thank yourself in your own unique way. Highlight something about you that you absolutely adore, whether it's your personality, if it's a feature on the body, a way in which you move in life. And give you a few moments to say thank you to you. And last but not least, repeat this affirmation out loud to yourself in your reflection. Thank you for choosing to live this life. Thank you for enduring when it was hard, and for softening, for being vulnerable, even though this journey by far It may have been bumpy, chaotic even. Here we are, face to face, still able to witness the love within each other. I love you so deeply. I am so grateful for you. As a soul, a spirit, having a human experience, I'm so grateful to have this one with you. Thank you for existing. And always, always, I love you. Deep inhale, breathing in. Slow exhale, release. Bring a smile to your face. Let this gratitude become a natural part of your daily life, enriching your experiences and transforming your world. And remember, every time you look into a mirror today, right, you see your reflection, say the magic words, thank you. May you continue to see the magic in the person in the mirror and experience the transformative power of gratitude in every day. When you feel ready, you can gently open your eyes or refocus your gaze, coming back to the present moment. If you feel a little tender after this experience, feel free to give yourself a hug. Our arms and our hands and our fingertips are an extension of our heart chakra. So as we hug ourselves, we are loving ourselves. We are physically embodying the act of self-love. Squeeze tight, lean in, breathe deep, and let go and come back to this experience feeling more in love with yourself and life. Thank you so much for journeying with me today in this meditation. Okay, take your time coming back to the space. Please drink water after that. That was very deep, okay? I don't want you guys to feel too overwhelmed. So if you find that you're emotional or that you're crying, water is calling for you. There's water leaving the body, so water must enter the body, okay? As you guys are coming back to the space, let me know how you're feeling. I'm going to just briefly go over EFT for all of our new lovely people that are joining us for their first time here. So EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique or Techniques, and it's the beautiful healing art form of tapping on ancient acupressure points on the body to help transmute and transform any trauma that lives within the mind and the body. We do this by tapping, and when we tap on these places on the body, we are rewiring our neural pathways in our brain. We are speaking directly to our subconscious mind to remove any old habits, beliefs, or patterns that no longer serve us. When we tap on the body, we are telling the body to connect energy, right? To come back home to itself so that we can feel vibrant and revitalized. We are also addressing any trauma that might come up, that might be triggered, and saying, hey, I feel safe enough to explore you today and to see if I need to transmute you, accept you, or let you go. It's a beautiful act. It's very subtle, but it's deeply impactful. Um, there are different ways to tap in. You can tap it traditionally by tapping lightly on the hand, the body, one finger, two fingers, all the fingers, it doesn't matter, either side, because we are addressing the energy systems that run through and without and within around the body. Okay, so you would tap if you are highly sensitive or a very empathetic person. I don't know why I'm losing the word today. If you're an empath, let's start there. You're going to pulse, rub, or hover. Okay, there we go. Let me see, make sure everybody's good. Hi, how are you? Thank you. Okay. Let me know how you guys are feeling. And also, is my signal um messed up here? Because it's saying that it's bad. But my Wi-Fi is at 100%. So just let me know. Okay. Okay. So yes, we have 9 tapping points. It's the side of hand between the pinky knuckle bone and the wrist bone. You will lightly tap, pulse, rub, or hover here. We have the top of the head. We have the start of the brow. Tracing the brow to the side of the eye, you would tap on the ocular bone. Tracing that bone underneath the eye, you would tap on the bone underneath the eye. Under the nose, above the top lip. In the crease of the chin. Your collarbone, you would feel for your collarbone. Feel for the fleshy area underneath the bone. You can connect the thumbs if you want to do a butterfly tap. Or you could just tap on one side. Doesn't matter. Then you would trace the armpit to the end of the armpit. If you wear a bra, be where your bra strap is. If not, just trace to the end of your armpit, the beginning parts of your rib cage on the side, and you would lightly tap here. You tap on both sides if you want to. Doesn't matter. Those are our 9 tapping points. When you are tapping, you might notice that you yawn, you might tear up, you may actually cry, your temperature might increase or decrease. It's just the body releasing energy, so allow it to release energy however it needs to, okay? And I'm just going to check in and see. I'm not seeing any new comments. I'm a little worried that maybe the signal is not great. Let me see. The signal is not great. What's happening? For some reason, the signal is not doing what it needs to do. I'm going to try to do something. 1 second, guys. Let's see if this helps. Let me see. So strange. Let's try this. Oh, nope. Bear with me, y'all. Whatever reason, this is not doing what it needs to do. I don't know what's happening. I'm hoping that people can check on the other thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm checking you guys now. I don't know what happened. What? It crashed? No, I didn't start tapping because I didn't see anybody checking in, and I was like, this is such a strange thing. Let me move this over. Okay. Yeah, it definitely did crash. I just saw it now. That's so wild. Okay, so I'm hoping that people are able to come over here. Oh man, but I can't notify anyone. Why would they do that? Oh my goodness. Okay. Were you guys able to hear the meditation at least? I mean, if not, let me know, because then what I'll just do is I'll edit that meditation today. But even if and I'll do it today and I can drop it on my podcast so you guys can have access to it today since it's already recorded. Let me know if that works. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. I am so sorry about that. I have absolutely no idea why that did that. Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Dee. Yeah, so at least we could do the tapping together. And then I'm going to edit the meditation for today, and I'm going to put it on the podcast. It'll be up in a few hours or so. I'll work on that as soon as we get done. So at least you guys have access to that because I have no idea. This is exactly why I have my second session because I'm like, it continues to crash and I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's doing that at all. So weird, so strange. Thank you so much, Priscilla. I really appreciate that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll give you guys like a few more. Let me give you like 2 more minutes so that way you'll be able to. Yes, okay, yeah. So then I'll do that. I'm going to drop the meditation on my podcast because it'll be easier. I'll put it on Insight Timer too, but Insight Timer takes a few days. They have to go through it and then decide and publish it. But I can just self-publish on my podcast. So I will edit it. I'm gonna try to add some music to it too, and then post it up on the podcast. So if you're not on the podcast, I want to make sure that you can be. Let me Oh, I don't know if I can't leave comments here. That's so interesting. Okay, so the podcast is Lotus Like. It's the same name you see for the YouTube channel. LOTUSLIKE. It's on most major platforms with the exception of iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Pandora because I'm working on getting on those platforms. But if you're like on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you should be able to find me easy. Um, and yeah, I can put that up there today for y'all so you can have it because it's a really beautiful meditation that I want you all to be able to experience. Okay? Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Cindy, for dropping it. Oh, Sama, I'm so happy you're here. Yeah. Yes, I know. I was just saying that, Ginger. It's so funny because I was telling my sister, like, that I was getting frustrated with technology. And I'm like, and this is a long battle, long story. But essentially, I know that that's one of the things that I need to really embrace in this journey. I've done most of everything else of like embracing myself, embracing my story, sharing my story, building community by being myself. And that last part to the puzzle piece is embracing technology because of my North Node being in Aquarius. I've embraced the humanitarian part. I've embraced the innovation. It's the technology part that gets me every time because it feels so unreliable. It just triggers something in me. So, of course, as soon as I'm ready to connect with technology, I have all of these different issues with technology, with platforms that have been working fine prior to me saying yes to accepting my North Node. So it comes with the territory. Um, but I am a very committed person, so I will make sure that you guys have access to the things that I agreed to giving you access to. That just is who I am. So I will work on the meditation as soon as I'm done, and I want to have it up to you by like 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, so yeah, please make sure you're subscribed to the podcast because it'll literally notify you when the episode drops. If I can send out an email later on today, I'll send out an email with the episode so that you can watch, you can listen to the podcast, um, to the meditation, and then the same. Well, for the EFT, you guys should be okay. But I'm gonna also keep this live video present on YouTube too. So if you wanted to like see it and do it with me visually, you can go on YouTube and I'll look for the time for it once it uploads, and I'll let you know what time the meditation is. I don't want you guys to not have the experience, okay? Yeah, Aquarius, yes. It's my only time if I'm an Aquarius, and I love Aquarius energy. I love Aquarius people. I get it. It's the technology part. It just gets me every time. It gets me every single time. Yes, like you said earlier about wanting peace. Exactly, Ginger. It's exactly like that. The minute that I'm like, I'm willing to accept that I need to have technology in my life to experience this, the minute that I did it, I knew. I just knew. I was just like, be ready, girl. But I am ready. I have backups. So we're good. Everything is fully charged. I'm really proud of myself for being able to do that. What's amazing is that there's still 164 people on your IT. What? I'm hoping that I can I'm letting the page reload. I'm hoping that it'll let me enter again. Normally it doesn't let me re-enter, but maybe because it crashed on their end, they'll let me re-enter again. Let me see. Fingers crossed. What a miracle that would be. It's just tons of wheel turning. If it doesn't, we're gonna get into the meditation, into the EFT in 1 minute, okay? This is so wild. This is such a wild experience. My sister keeps telling me to create my own platform. She's been telling me this for weeks now. And I'm just like, no, Insight Timer is wonderful. All my people are there. And she's like, girl, you're not listening to the divine. I'm like, it's good to have mirrors, but it's just intense. I don't know what's happening. I'm so happy you found me here too, Priscilla. I would have been so worried. I'm such a mama bear too, so I would have been like pissed if you guys weren't able to like still have access. Oh, it would have broken my heart. I'm so happy. Yes, we're gonna tap it out. That's right, Summer. See, community. We're gonna tap it out because everything works as it's supposed to. Divine timing. This is how it's supposed to work, and we're just going to allow it to do exactly that. It's gonna be beautiful. Okay, let's do this then. Yes, Priscilla, we're gonna have a good day. We're gonna have a good day today. Even if yesterday was kind of weird, we're gonna have a good day today. So let's tap. We're going to do the self love EFT tapping experience, embracing self love and gratitude. I'm just going to set this up so that way I can record. And then we're going to tap. So please get ready, drink some water. Okay. Okay. Self love is the topic for today. We were doing some mirror work earlier in the meditation. And you guys will still have access to doing that too once I release it. Okay. So I did go over EFT. Let me know if anyone wants me to go over it one more time. Yes, Terry, my sister is very adamant about me having my own community, a private community. She does it every single day. Every single day. I'm just trying to figure out which platform that is so that it's accessible to all people. Because it would end up being a paid thing. That's why I like Insight Timer, because then people could just come and show up with whatever it is that they have. But I'm also just like taking heed to the notions that everything works itself out. We're fine. Michelle, thank you so much. Yeah, she's very much like, it's time, girl. You have enough information to fill up an entire academy if you wanted to. Put up your videos, do your lives, and you can just do this whenever you want to because you love this so much. And it's true, I really do. I love this so much. She's amazing. Honestly, my sister is top tier. Like, both of them, they're just, I'm a lucky girl. They keep me centered. And they're always pouring into me. They're always like, girl, no, you can do this. And I'm like, I don't know. They're like, girl, I'm telling you, you got this. They see me, which is always so nice and so necessary to have that in your life, you know? I love y'all. Exactly, D. I love Insight Timer too. I'm a big Insight Timer girly. Like, I love it. I love being able to come here and connect with all of you and things like that. It's actually my favorite social media platform, because I know when I come on Insight Timer, everyone is showing up there in the space to like explore healing. To, we're all tapped in, we're all curious about this topic. Where on other platforms, you get anybody that shows up and sees the live, So it led me to you, so I'm very grateful for it. But I also want to make sure that things don't get interrupted. So duality. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, same, Ginger. I could not agree more. I like to think I'm a fun auntie. I think my niece agrees with me on certain days. So on Sundays, she's like, she's okay. But I think most days she's like, she's really cool. Thank you so much, Jolene. I appreciate that. Figuring out how to comment. Hi, Kelly. Mo, hello. Yeah, IT has been life changing. That's why it's literally one of my favorite platforms. I do have a younger sister. Well, technically they're both younger, but me and my sister have different mothers, and we are 2 weeks apart. And then my younger sister and I are 3 years apart. So yeah, no, they're amazing. They're absolutely the best. I'm a lucky girl. Okay, let's get into the EFT. We're gonna start off in the side of hand. Remember that if you're a sensitive being and you haven't tapped before, I want you to, good morning. I want you to be able to either tap, if that feels good, pulse, rub, or hover, okay? Oh my goodness, really? I've always wanted a brother. I love my sisters, but it would be nice to have like a big brother. It would have been really cool. Yes, it has changed my life too, all since the pandemic. Summer, exactly. Wow. Wow, the alignment. Even got to meet out meditation guide. What, in Scotland a few weeks ago? Wow, that's so incredible. Ooh, okay. I'm fascinated by that. All right, let me focus. So I'm like, oh yes, we're gonna do a meetup too on the East Coast. For anyone that's able to come, me and Vita and TJ are looking at, I think next week, coming together and meeting up. So I'll have that information in an upcoming email if you guys want to join us somewhere. Yes, I love that. Yeah, because we're all just human beings having a human experience. It's just nice to be able to connect with other people. It's just nice. I just love it. I'm just like, I look forward to being here with y'all every single day. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Summer. Please do. Oh my gosh, Mo, that's amazing. Okay, okay. We have to. I'm gonna figure out a platform because I want to have like an active group chat. One that's not gonna be overwhelming, but so that we can continue to share information like this. Because like this is so cool to know, and I want to know about those teachers too to like be able to experience them as well. Because as much as I'm a practitioner, and a guide and modeling behavior, I also am still wanting to be in spaces where I could be the student. And I really trust your recommendations. So yeah. Ah, this is so cool. This is okay. Yeah, okay. My teacher hat is on. All right, we're ready. Let's do this. EFT, embracing self-love and gratitude. We're gonna begin at the side of hand. You can lightly tap, pulse, rub, or hover. And take a nice deep inhale, exhale as we tap on the hand. Deep breath in, slow exhale out. Deep breath in, slow exhale out. We'll be doing 2 rounds. Round 1 is releasing negative feelings, and round 2 is embracing self love and gratitude. Okay? So continue to tap here. Beautiful. And then let's begin. Even though I sometimes find it hard to love and accept myself, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have negative feelings about myself, I choose to release them now. Even though I tend to criticize myself and feel like I'm not good enough, I am open to loving and accepting myself just as I am. Top of the head. Here we go. I release the negative feelings I have about myself. There's no need for them. They are of no benefit to me. Eyebrow. I let go of the self-criticism and the judgment I'm taking my inner critic off duty. Side of the eye. I release the dissatisfaction I feel about myself. It no longer has a home here. Under the eye. I let go of any disappointment in myself. It can no longer live in my body. Under the nose. I release the belief that I am not good enough. I know that is not true. Chin. I let go of any negative feelings I have about myself. I need to make space for how I really feel. Collarbone. I release the habit of blaming myself when I make mistakes. It doesn't empower me. Under the arm. I let go of any negative habits or patterns I have when it comes to taking care of myself. I deserve more simply because of who I am, as I am in this moment. We're going to go to the side of the hand, tap here. Even though I have struggled with self-love, I choose to embrace gratitude and acceptance for me. Even though I've been hard on myself, I now choose to see my worth and value. Even though it's been difficult to fully love me, I am so ready to embrace self-love, self-care, self-trust, and self-worth through gratitude. Top of the head. I am grateful for who I am. I love who I am, who I've been, even if it wasn't perfect, especially if it was messy. Eyebrow. I deeply and completely love and accept me, all of me. Any icks, any flaws, they transform into insights, into faith that I am a beautiful being, inside and out. Side of the eye. I embrace self-love, self-trust, self-worth, self-care in a radical way. by being grateful for who I am. Under the nose, I am grateful for my strength and resiliency. I am grateful for my softness and my vulnerability. Chin, I really do love myself, just as I am. I am a blessing. I feel blessed to live this life as me, for me, with me. Collarbone. I am thankful for my compassion and my kindness, for my creativity and my bravery. Honestly, when I think of me and I really witness how infinite I am, how ancient I am, love just comes up in me. I really do love myself, even when I don't believe I do. I know in my bones that it's true. Under the arm, I embrace my uniqueness. I now see my inner beauty. I choose to care deeply for myself and less about other people's opinions. I love me. I love me deep. I love me fearlessly. I love me in every way possible. And then we're going to go to the heart point, and you can either rub, excuse me. Okay, that's weird. You can either rub, you can rub clockwise or counterclockwise, depends, okay? For this practice, I would love for you to rub clockwise, nice and slow. You place the left hand first to receive, the right hand on top to give, and just nice and slow. Very soft. Deep inhales, slow exhales as you rub on your heart point. And repeat after me. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nice deep inhale, breathing in. Slow exhale, release, letting go. Deep inhale, breathing into the heart space, filling it up with this notion, this sense of deep gratitude and love. As we exhale, we let go of anything else that blocks us from having that truth in our life. Final collective inhale as we breathe in all of the love, all of the newness, all of the peace, joy, bliss that lives within us. And as we exhale, we let go, letting it resonate deep into each cell, into every bone, to become a knowing. A knowingness that happens automatically. You can drop your hands into your lap and notice how you feel after tapping. Remember that if you need to revisit, you can, so that you can amplify and elevate your self-love and gratitude and transform your perception of self and the world. Thank you so much for tapping with me today. Okay. Just getting these together. So, I'm gonna work on getting the meditation out to you by this afternoon so you guys can hear it on the podcast. And tomorrow is the last day, it's the final day. For the sake of everything, since technology's been doing its own thing, I'm going to still be live here, of course, on YouTube, but I'm still going to be live on Insight Timer until I'm not able to be live on Insight Timer. So if something happens technically, please just hop over to YouTube and just know that I'll be here, okay? Um, and I may also go live on Instagram too, just to make it a little bit more accessible since Insight Timer is not doing what it needs to do. I will make a story on my Instagram to let people know that I'll go live there. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow's the last day. We're completing a 28-day cycle. It's a little longer than 28 days, but still, we did it. 28 days, whether it's day one for you or day 27. I'm really grateful that you're here with me. And I thank you for showing up and staying committed despite technical glitches and things like that. It means so much to me. Okay. I needed that. Thank you. I feel more grounded and calm. Yes, that's beautiful. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Yes. That was amazing. Loved rubbing the heart. Way more ready for my day. I love this for you, Michelle. I feel softer and more open. Yes, Mo. I agree, Michelle. The heart rubbing was wonderful. Yes, it's from the Love Code. It's one of the techniques that they teach us. It's really good. I know, last day. Kelly, so happy I was able to jump here. Me too, Rihanna. Thank you, Little, for making sure we finish strong. Always. I always want you to leave feeling completed, feeling like you've completed um, whatever journey you were on, depending on the topic. We've explored so much. We've literally cleared out every area of our life over the 28 days. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but like from our relationships to ourself, to our loved ones, to our jobs, to our money, to our health, to our communities, to our dreams. We've literally gone to every aspect of ourselves and have decided to clear out any negative energy, anything that's keeping us down, and to replace it with gratitude. What a powerful practice. So I'm so in awe of you. I'm in awe of myself for us being able to complete this. And I thank you so much for joining me on this. And I hope that we continue to connect and meet and deepen our sense of family, our sense of community, because it's important to have spaces like this. This is healing for so many reasons, especially for me. Terry, thank you, Lotus. As always, another beautiful session and everything you do. Thank you, Terry. Feels so healing, comforting, rubbing my heart. I know it's just such a nice experience. Sonia, so grateful for this journey and the community that's been created. Agreed. It's been life changing. I'm not exaggerating. Same. I agree. I agree. Yes, it's like an IT family together. I know, Priscilla. No, it's been life changing. That's why I knew I needed to do this. I knew in my heart, I'm like, girl, you have to do this. This has to happen. You need a reset, a refresher. And I feel at peace with my grief, but I also feel this overwhelming sense of gratitude in everything that I do and how I'm showing up in the world and how I'm creating and holding space. And I've been getting so much feedback from people in my life like, you look so happy. You're glowing. It's so good to see you happy again. I love how you're showing up in the world. And I'm just like, community. It's the community. It's the community. It's my community. Like y'all just A1. It just makes it so refreshing to be here every day. Whether I was sick, whether I was moody, whether I was sad, I would always leave the space feeling like someone out there in the world gets me, right? And I'm blessed to have a lot of people in my immediate life that get me and understand me and see me. But there's another level to it where there are people all over this world now that have a piece of my heart. You know? Just thank you. That's essentially what I wanted to say. Thank you, thank you, thank you for journeying with me. I really appreciate it. Yes. Yes, this is a fantastic space. I agree. Literally changed my life in recognizable ways. Excited for what's next. I love this. Yes, that's amazing. Thank you, Lotus and family. I love y'all so very much. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness. Have a blessed day, everybody. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for existing. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for everything. I love you so much. And I will see you tomorrow, okay? Yes, with our water and tea tomorrow because it's a celebration. It's an ending, but also a beginning. It's going to be wonderful, okay? I love you so much. Please have a good day. And this will be available to watch on YouTube for the meditation part as well once it uploads to YouTube, okay? So be on the lookout. Love you. Love you. Thank you so much. God is wow. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you. We love you. And I mean me and my ancestors. We love you too. I'm actually going to go get my hair done and go see my nephew and my niece before he heads to school. He's running a little late today, so I can hear him. Okay. Bye guys.